Assalamu alaikum rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. It's me Noor here today with you, and today we're just gonna jump. Dang, I can't speak English. We're gonna just go straight into the topic of today, and I already talked about it briefly on my Instagram reel and my stories. So if you aren't following me there, make sure you do. The topic of today is how my entire life changed this year once I started showing up for people in the same way that they showed up for me. This was so incredibly challenging for me because I'm literally not the type of person that does tit for a tat. And if you are like me, you're that person that shows up for everyone. You're always the listening ear, the shoulder to cry on, you giving sincere advice. You love to be generous with all of your love and love people in so many different ways and learn who people are and what type of love that you can give them, and it makes you feel alive. Well, at least it makes me feel alive to be able to love people in a way that is authentic, in a way that I feel they need to be loved. And another thing is I'm very generous, you guys. I think that that's one of my love languages. I really love to give gifts, meaningful gifts, elaborate gifts. When I win, I feel like we all win. When I'm going on a trip, I'm taking the girls with me, all expenses paid. That's just the type of person I am. But being this type of person, unfortunately, puts you in a position when you are around people who are not like that to be taken advantage of. And it is very unfortunate for me to admit it. And it's very vulnerable for me to even say this to you guys because I love to present myself in a way that is a very strong woman, a woman who knows what she wants and will stand by what I want. And I'm very confident in myself. And it is something about admitting that I got taken advantage of that just makes me very uncomfortable. But it is life and I am human and I have to be real with myself. And honestly, I had to realize, Noor, you have to take the advice that you're giving out. I give such great advice. People always come to me. They don't even ask, hey, Noor, can I ask you what I should? They just immediately give me the problem and they know that I am the person that will give them multiple solutions. And like I said, I'm this person that is always for years preaching online, telling my friends, my family, telling them about self-love. Oh my God, you have to love yourself. It's the best and most liberating thing. And when I'm talking about these things, I didn't realize that I was just talking about physical aspects of self-love. Going to the mall, doing my makeup, getting my nails stitched, shopping, telling myself that I look good, putting on a great outfit. All of these things are self-love. Knowing that I deserve the best of this world, but I did not take the time to realize I also deserve to be treated with the same love, the same respect, the same care that I give out. And my husband brought this to my attention multiple times, and it took me a long time to honestly, emotionally and intellectually digest that, oh my God, I am doing all this stuff for people and they're not doing anything, if the bare minimum, if anything, for me. And it became so apparent to me this year. Obviously, you guys know I'm pregnant. But it became so apparent to me throughout my pregnancy. And that's really heartbreaking. Because this is a time where I needed the most help. I needed the most support. I needed all the love. I needed people to show me that they will be here for me. And this is a time where I took it upon myself to make that decision to just show up for people the same way that they showed up for me. And when I did that, I'm telling you, it was so telling. It was so silent. When I stopped planning, all the events, when I stopped taking the initiative to plan the dates, the events, the family gatherings, the girls' nights, it went silent. When I stopped giving all these gifts, when I stopped calling people and checking up on them, I realized I was in so many one-sided relationships. And I realize it now? Like, girl, why did it take you so long? I pride myself on being such a smart, intellectual, emotionally intelligent person. And it took me this long, subhanAllah, to realize that these relationships for years have been one-sided or have become one-sided. But baby, better late than ever. And I'm so glad that it happened now, before I gave birth, you know what I'm saying? So that I can make these changes and so that I can make these improvements to myself before my daughter comes and she's here and she is understanding. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can teach your children so much, you guys, or try to, but the best teacher is experience and what they see you do, what they see you allow. And I'll be damned if I have my daughter and she sees it as normal to be taken advantage of. Oh no, honey. Oh no. I don't care how hard this is for me. And this is what I told myself before I made this decision. I don't care how hard it's going to be, because I know it's going to be hard to treat others how they treat me, because deep down, I knew, you guys. I knew. I just didn't want to accept the fact that I was in one-sided relationships, I knew that if I stopped showing up for people in a newer way, that I was going to, it was like a fear. I had this fear of like losing these relationships. This is why I was telling myself, oh my God, I've lost so many relationships. But in reality, no, I didn't lose anything. I have only gained. I've gained the lesson of clarity, okay? I've gained a blessing of knowing that my chapters with these people have come to an end. And now it's time for me to move on to a better chapter, a different chapter. Like I said, I'm Noor Shah. You can read my captions, go through my page, you guys, see my post. I'm always talking about confidence and self-love. And this is the ultimate form of self-love, you guys. When you put your foot down and set those boundaries. When you say, I am not gonna allow anybody, not my family, not my friend that I've known since kindergarten, anyone to treat me less than what I have treated them. That is self-love. To have the courage to choose you. To have the intellect to realize, to stop pouring into cups that are nowhere to be found when yours is empty. I'm telling you, there was so much silence that it shocked me. I was left so surprised because I'm like, what? How could this be? How could you not be here for me without me having to ask? How could you treat me this way when all I've done for you? And it was also so uncomfortable for me too, you guys, because I am not a tit for a tat type of person. My husband kept telling me for years, you guys, stop doing this for someone. They never do this for you, and I kept telling him, that's not me. I can't be that type of person. I literally would tell him, that's not me. I am love and I love to love. I love them. I can't stop. And it's like pouring into these people's cups became part of my self-identity. I didn't even know, you guys, how to stop, because I'm like, no, I'm I'm the big sister, you know? That's a huge part of my self-identity of being a big sister to people, to friends, to family, to my own sisters, you know? I didn't know how to turn the big sister off. But then I started to think, who's gonna be my big sister, you know? I have to be my own big sister. I'm the eldest. I was always expected to be okay. No one ever said, oh, I wonder if she, Noor doing okay. Everybody just assumed when I had a problem that I would solve it, and I did, But this continuous successful reputation that I've built for myself of figuring things out and being that person that was always the shoulder to cry on or the problem solver has left me in a situation where I constantly perceived as a person who is hyper independent, and I am. And I'm sure there's so many girls who can relate, especially eldest daughters. But being this way, you guys, does not correlate or equate to the fact that we still should be offered help, even if we don't ask for it. We still should be offered grace. We still should be checked up on. We still should be receiving the same love that we easily give out to others. And we should not have to ask for it or beg for it, especially to those who we freely give it to. So when you make the decision, and I hope you do, to show up for people the same exact way that they're showing up for you, don't be scared by how uncomfortable you feel. And don't be shocked by how mean you feel, okay? Because that's what happened with me. I'm like, this feels inauthentic. Because it's not how you're used to being. It's not how you're used to loving. It's not how you're used to showing up. But when you do that, if you feel like you're being mean, if you feel like you're being inconsiderate, if you feel like you're being short or even careless, that is just you mirroring the same behavior and energy that this person has been giving you. And the funny thing about it is, you guys, when you do it, people are going to be like, you changed. What's wrong with you? You have an attitude? They will literally have an issue with seeing themselves in you. They will literally feel so uncomfortable by it and so shocked by it. And that is how you know that this person has reached the end of their chapter in your life. If you want to be the best version of yourself, if you want to constantly improve who you are so that you can become your dream woman, the strongest, most beautiful version of yourself, the most healed version of who you know you can become, this will be one of the things that you have to do. I want you to remind yourself that you are not being mean, babe. You're not doing this with malicious intentions. You are letting reciprocity become a filter, not an attitude shift. And honey, it will filter all of the inauthentic relationships out of your life. It's like putting a magnifying glass on all of these behaviors that you let slide. And if I'm being real, I was like, why did I allow this? Why did I allow myself to be treated like this? You have to big sister yourself, parent yourself, keep it real with yourself. And it was hard for me to let go of these relationships because I love these people so much. And it's not like I completely cut these people off. It's I allowed the relationship to fizzle out. And what they decide how they're going to show up for me is the same way that I will reciprocate that energy. Que sera, sera. Whatever will be, will be. I'm not lying to you guys. I did cut off some people. But ultimately, the heartbreak of realizing that others didn't show up for me the same way just gave me a prime opportunity. And this leads me, babe, to the biggest lesson this experience has taught me. All of this beautiful love and generosity and thoughtfulness and care that I've been pouring into all of these one-sided relationships I could have been given to myself. We are only on this earth for a limited amount of time. We do not know when our time is going to end. We do not want to look back, and I don't want to look back on my life 10 years from now and think, damn, excuse my French, but gosh, golly. I wish that I would have used that time or that love and poured into myself. Or I wish that I would have loved this person more, because the people who do love us, you guys, the people who do show up for us, they deserve all that extra love that we were given to others. And you deserve all that love. Why give it away to someone who is undeserving? And loving yourself more can mean so many things to so many people. And one of the things that I've learned is that loving myself more means maintaining or strengthening my love for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. He is Al-Wadud, the most loving. Who is going to love me more than him? The purest love, the literal originator of love, the creator of love. Al-Wadud. He will never abandon me. He will never, ever, ever leave me stranded. He will know exactly what I need even when I don't know. And this experience as a whole has just made me that much more confident in myself and in my ability to do absolutely anything, because this was the most hard and challenging time of my entire life. Because change sometimes feels uncomfortable, and you have to get comfortable with being uncomfortable if you want to become the best version of yourself, the best woman that you can be. If you're always comfy, then that's probably a telltale sign that nothing is changing. You don't want to be the person that you've always been. You want to be the person that you've always dreamed of being. So yeah. What I hope you take from this story is that choosing yourself is not selfish. It's absolutely necessary. And I want you to know that your energy, your heart, your presence, your kindness are valuable, and they deserve to be met with the same intention and love and care that you give to others. I hope you understand that it is okay to outgrow certain versions of yourself. And it's okay to expect reciprocity. You guys know the word. I want you to feel empowered to set boundaries, to protect your peace, and to pour into your own cup without feeling guilt. And if you're in the same season as me, where you're evolving, shifting, redefining who you are, I hope this reminds you that you are not alone and you're allowed to choose a life that loves you back. All right, girls, that is all for today. And I do want to say, make sure that you like, subscribe, comment your experience, or if you plan to do this. Also, I want to share a rule of this channel, and there is only one rule. Every time you sit down to watch my video, I want you to have a special drink and a special treat with you. I want you to slow down, unwind, give yourself a moment to feel cared for while we chat it up. Because it's important to have self-care and self-love rituals. And when you come and watch my content, I want that to be one of those moments that you not only feed your mind or we're just having a girly time, but you're also nourishing yourself. So, okay, girls, I hope you love this makeup look. And I can't wait to continue to connect with you guys over the course of my next videos. Wishing you love, wishing you a peaceful life, and